the turning of a page is harder than it looks for a man of my age.
Yeah, he's actually landed 5 minutes early. The luggage is in the halls waiting to be collected.
I was asleep, woke up to the sound of it, sashing down the hall, and it's a secret, yeah, I'm precious life. Terrified of it all.
I started writing in my first year at university in 1967 for the university magazine. So I interviewed Fairport Convention, Pink Floyd, T-Rex, Joe Cocker, and Free.
All these the greatest guitar rock band on this side of the
in history.
Wow.
And they all these bands were coming and playing small time gigs because I was lucky enough to grow up in this incredible era when the great
rock and roll was alive.
Yeah, but it was just kicking off, you know.
Yeah.
It was all very lucky. Nowadays I write for the odd music magazine, but over the years I've just written constantly. Here's an example, John. Look, this is the latest one. I used to work for the Glastonbury Festival paper, and it was incredible fun. This was all done live on site in Glastonbury, in a porter cabin. And then this is the stuff that I was doing constantly. I was writing for a blues magazine here. I wrote for several local newspapers. The rock column in the local Hampshire Chronicle I did for 21 years. And I still write for them now, actually.
You know, yeah, I was in
Lost when I played the hand.
I used to write for a record Mirror, and then at the same day Sounds came out, Melody Maker came out, Enemy came out. Sometimes I go and buy all four of them.
Do you feel that that's changed a lot since you began doing it?
Oh God, yeah. Well, the music papers have all gone. Nowadays, all the day-to-day buzz of something new is on the internet.
That's it.
Which I don't relate to really in the same way at all.
I wonder if the internet relates to us in the same way that they, or anyone really in the way that something that's considered and it's created. I mean, I think these things honor, you know, the thing that you've experienced, and so a tweet doesn't necessarily, you know. See no reason to ever think of you. We were opening for Richmond Fontaine on a tour, and Oliver, he interviewed me the next morning, and Bob Frank as well. His real passion about music and his insistence that good music be promoted, or what he considers to be good music. That, you know, it's all so much for the love of it that we became friends to the point of him being, and I really mean this, a surrogate father to me. I've not really had family in the way that most people have, and I was adopted. So the adopted family that I had, it's just Oliver's more family to me than family. One day I am drained of blood. But what got you into the idea of even promoting shows or being involved?
And you know, if you go back to the early sort of beat group era bands that I loved, I would draw pictures of them in their tight trousers and their stack-heeled boots and their beautiful hair and things like that. But it might be just pure chance that I did get involved in those very first weeks at university in the nuts and bolts of it, and that's what intrigued me.
took the knife, you drove it through. Left me with no reason. And PJ Harvey, The Cavity,
Yes,
Bridgeport, the best night of my life.
It was the best night of my life because it was my family. We were all together. Birgit, Annabelle, Lucy and I all went to that gig. And there was only room for about 20 people in the room. We were just given this unbelievable privilege of seeing what was to become a gigantic star playing in a tiny little
When this is all happening.
wine bar. The first show I ever put on in my life.
Well, at the University of East Anglia was
Oh, right, okay.
Fairport Convention. Let's talk about this, because I do think it's funny, and I think there's really something that any artist that intends to work with you in the future could glean. There's something to be taken from this. That could potentially be the first show that they've ever played as Pink Floyd, really. As the Pink Floyd that we know.
Yeah, but that's not something that I should be boasting about because, you know, okay, I was there and I was helping out, but it was part of a committee that put that together.
And that's what I mean is that I agree. I know what you mean, but you're always going to do that, aren't you?
Yeah, but the whole point of the book, the whole point of the volume was that I've never done anything in my life that's been extremely successful. I've had a lot of wonderful times and, you know, really...
John Parrish.
Yeah, I didn't do it. It's exactly the same with you. I'm hoping that you're going to be a megastar and I'll be able to boast about it when I'm in my 80s. But...
And you can say that you did. With me, would you do it?
I didn't do it.
Oh my
but
God!
What I did was I maybe had some small part in facilitating
You've had a huge part in anything that it just not in multiple ways, but like that is goofy.
Miranda Mulholland nominated for Traditional Roots Album of the Year for By Appointment or Chance.
I recorded it actually in England in a tiny village.
Tell us about wanting to do that.
Well, I cat sat at this house in a little village in England, and the fourth year I did it, I just thought this is a perfect opportunity. They have a beautiful little spot in the back garden down into this tiny little village. We won the pub quiz, and we made an album, so it's great to be here.
So look, you may think that this is my shed for my record collection.
Not anymore.
But now it's become the shed for your gear. Anyway, don't worry, everything's safe and sound here.
Everything's
take
safe.
it home one day. And if not, when I die, you can come and clear out the shed.
Quit talking about death. Oh, I think it's all right.
There we go. They had a gig blown out for some reason and contacted me because it was a friend of a friend, and we did it literally that they rang me on a Friday and we did the show on the next day. I'd already sent the message out to everybody else explaining exactly what to do, and this guy's putting it at the last moment.
I was here once when there were, I want to say there were 2 shows in at least 3 acts one day.
Yes.
4, if not, there were 4.
Yeah.
And it was, people were coming and going,
yeah,
and some people were staying.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a hell of a lot to manage when you're at your own home.
It is.
And I've always admired that. I mean, you've opened your doors to everyone, you know.
Yes, and we've made some lifelong friends.
And they've made lifelong friends too.